Good morning. Happy Saturday. All right, let's get warmed up. Wiggling out the arms, comes straight down. Today we're going to do our warm-up. Arnold's Pump Club upper body. Frank's coming into the city. We're going to lift weights. He'll be on the live stream. I think it's at 4:30 today for the first of the divisional games in the New York City Gambling Cave, which I think Frank is extremely excited for. He loves streaming. So he's been itching to get back in the chair. Right hand, left hand down, right hand up. Go into our balance. What's up, Ethan? Yeah, I mean, everyone's getting worked up about all these baseball free agents, and everyone seems to be getting mad at their teams. The reality is, baseball's just broken. I mean, you got one team getting every single player. I don't see the fun in that. I don't see how that's good for the league. I don't see how that's good for any sport. And you could say that other teams could spend the same amount of money, but clearly that's just not realistic. It's also very convenient how the LA team got set up with a perfect TV deal, etc. They're doing all these deferred payments. I mean, I live in the Fleming bubble, but it does all seem like a bit much to me. What's up, Veronica? Point being, I don't really think there's a point in getting worked up about any of these signings or teams because the Dodgers are just going to field a two-tier all-star team that's going to dominate. They've already won the last couple World Series, so if they add the best closer, they add the best free agents on top of everything they already have, what's the point? Just getting through our warm-up here. Donkey kicks. You can see bit by bit, Arnold's Pump Club workout split series is really building up my leg strength. It's actually starting to become visible, which is pretty cool. Never really had muscular legs at all. They're still very slender, but the muscle's coming in. And my busted ankle that stopped me from running the last few days, which I sprained while throwing up in my apartment, is actually a little bit of a blessing because it's helping me focus on the lifts and allowing more muscle growth without heavy cardio mixed in. Down dog, vinyasana, up dog. Body doesn't touch. Turn your feet. Really reach up. Look up rather. When you're back in down dog, try to get those heels as far down, and if you can, all the way to the ground. Stretching out the calves. It's where this exercise is great. It's really immersive to the whole body. So looking at my heels down to the ground. I hover without touching. Move my feet. Coming into side plank. I think I might have a spotter coming in. Hence, I'm going to potentially try 225 NFL combine weight. So I'm really trying to make sure my arms are warmed up. Ten push-ups. Do them correctly. All the way down, all the way up. Staying on the chest. Open up. Left knee slightly bent. Right is straight. And opposite. Whew. All right, let's start setting the bench up. Hey, Frankie boy. Look at that. I didn't even send him up, and Frankie boy just hitting up the stream like a legend. Probably getting ready to come into the city. The madman. The absolute madman. I really wonder if Frank and I never met. where would he be right now? And where would I be right now? Because one thing, people give me a lot of love for being supportive of Frankie, but a lot of people forget I was pretty fucking miserable and depressed with my work and the monotony of my life before Frank kind of let me in and I started doing stuff with him. So I think you could kind of compare where his physical health was with where my mental health was. That's why I always say he saved me too. But we're coming up now on 3 years since Frank went to that first Knicks game with me. It was Super Bowl week after I started taking the Yak cast members one at a time to Knicks games. And the Yak went away for Super Bowl week, and I'd lost traction. They were kind of becoming unresponsive. And I remembered Frank had said yes to the Knicks game in early December, but was going to Idaho to see his parents that year. So when Super Bowl week hit, Frank was back in New York, and we went to the Knicks game. And the rest is history. All right, we'll start at 135. Hopefully my spotter comes in. Actually, sorry, we're going to start with weighted rows, according to the Pump Club. So I just set up our cross cable handle, and that StreamYard graphic really is prominent, huh? Take a couple steps back, really focused on form. Back is arched, chest is peacocked out. And what are we doing? We're pulling in our row before we go into our push on the bench press. Complementary movements, muscles, always Arnold's approach. All right, 135, dedicated to the birthday boy Tate. My man, right on time. How you doing? We're on live stream. So just don't say nothing too crazy.
Yeah, good.
I figure we go right to 225, or should I do one in between? Should I rep 185?
How you feeling?
Pretty good, because I'm warm, but I haven't done anything crazy.
How many days here?
I just stopped at 8 because I saw you coming. I was like, I may as well save juice.
I'll probably do 3.
175?
Yeah.
And you see me do 285, so I think I should have 225 in my bag, but you know how it is day to day. Now, what's your bench? Yeah, I know you're a beast.
225. Yeah, I don't know. The most I probably did was 235, but that's because I didn't have a spot.
So one time, guys, I did 285, and I came back the next morning, and I tried to do 300. Thank God he was spotting me because remember that fucking weight just failed on me? Slash, the weight didn't fail, my chest did. I thought I tore my pec that day. That was pretty irresponsible. All right, so we'll do 3 reps on 175, then we're going to go for NFL combine weight, 225. Yeah, can you just, I want to do it to practice for the real weight. If you could just help with the lift off and then getting me in front, because I want to get out in front of this perch. I'll count it down from 3. 3, 2, 1. Great spot, perfect, thank you. All right, Jenks, don't be a little bitch. Ah! It's one of the only thing that's super tired on me is my right bicep. We don't know.
Was it a blade?
I think I heard a resident took it. I think that was in the rumor mill. Someone just straight up jacked a 45-pound plate from our gym.
50 on each side, then.
Yeah, 'cause we want a level, right?
Yeah.
So what, 25s and 2 cents?
Yeah, you do that.
So we got to go with the 25 and 2 tens because some moron took the 45-pound plate up to their apartment, which we should have on camera. And we should probably evict that person. Yeah, so if you can really stay with me for liftoff. Think I do pinchers?
Yeah.
Just because there's so many little weights.
No, the other one is.
Hopefully I don't totally fail out on you. Oh, we're missing a pincher. No, that's it there.
Got another thing too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch you, so
Yeah.
like you try, right?
Yeah.
So don't yell, don't like say help because you waste your oxygen, so you're not able to push up after that. As soon as I see you struggling and not coming back up, that's when I'll help you.
When I say help, it's because I know I'm about to like drop it.
No, but I got you. I'm watching you.
I hear you.
But like when you say that, that's like you're giving up the rest of your energy.
But I'm trying to say that sometimes I'm like deceptively look like I still got it. It's about to
don't
go.
give up mentally. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I got you though. As soon as I see you coming to a pause, I'm gonna help you up.
I should be able to get 2 of these, if not more. I gotta make sure I get a nice wide grip, not keep it too tight. All right. All right, guys, 225.
You going for 3?
Long enough of a rest. Ready to go? You think?
You ready?
Good?
Yeah.
So long enough rest?
Should be it.
All right, come on.
3, right?
I'll count it down from 3.
No, but you going for 3?
What's up?
The goal is 3?
Yeah. NFL combine weight, motherfucker. 3, 2, 1.
I got you the whole way. What happened?
No help, right?
about you?
Me?
Yeah.
Ha! That was 4. Right?
You good? No, you the other one. So that's 4, yeah.
You think I can do one more 175 with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
225 4 times without pushing myself too hard. Oh, that felt good. That's NFL combat weight. I weigh 158. I weigh 158. Where you at, chat? 225. 4 times. I really appreciate the spotlight. I really only trust you, Patrick. You know Patrick?
Yeah, Pat. Did you see it?
He's a good dude. He's lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, sure.
He's killing it.
Consistent.
And he's got kids and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know how people manage to get anything done when they got kids. All right. After that, what do you think? 5? 5, 6? What do you think?
5 for you?
I don't know. What do you think after that?
Let's go for 5. Anything after that is on you.
Ah!
5 minimum.
Ah! More than my body weight. More than my body weight. Come on. 3, 2, 1. Let's go some more.
Go so you can.
Woo!
Shit, my boy.
I think that was 8.
Yeah, solid, yeah.
Ah, it's clean as fuck. I got it. Thank you. Thank you so much for the
Yes,
spot.
sir.
Makes all the difference. Oh, that felt good. Those were proper. 1 on 135.
All right, man.
Thank you. All right, guys. We got 4 reps on 225. After doing 135, 185, and now I just did 185 8 times. So I think 185 right now, 185 to 200 is that really healthy area. But 225 I'm handling. It was 4 strong reps where I purposefully didn't want to fully burn out. Hence I'm doing another set here, 4th set to wrap up on the bench. I love this song. Underrated Mantra by Keller Williams. It's a little bit of a stoner song, but it's kind of dope. Ah! Woo-wee! When you do the heavyweight, come back to 135, suddenly feels a little bit more heavy. I still can't believe someone in my building had the audacity to take a 45-pound motherfucking plate and bring it up to their apartment. Also, shout out to whoever was running security that day, / didn't check the cameras at all, / what the fuck. All right. All right, that was great. Bench ladder was 135, 8 reps, 185, 3 reps, 225, 4 reps, 185, 8 reps, 135, 10 reps. Boom. Oh, that didn't come out so clean there, did it? I'm going to rewrite that. Let's go. Bench press. $225, 4 reps. $185. Yeah, Ethan, can you send me the 225 and the second 185, please? If you got it in you. 185, I did 8 reps and 4, so I'll say 12 reps. Bench press ladder. I think this will make it a little bit easier to understand. 135. We got 18 reps. Sorry about this, guys. Can get back into the lift in a second. Also, low key, my whole chest is on fire. See if that looks better. Nope. That's okay. I'm not going to spend all day on that. All right, let's get back to our cable pulls. Working our lats. Working the opposite of the bench. Going from the big push to the pull. It's 15. We're going to superset it in 5 pull-ups, proper pull-ups, meaning we go all the way up and then down under control, all the way up. A lot of people are doing pull-ups nowadays, really half-ass bullshit, where they're just kind of going like this. You really want to come all the way down, hold at the top. When you're coming down, come down under control. Woo! 20 reps, nice and slow. Really feel that even in the chest when I come forward, kind of squeezes the pecs after all that bench. Damn, you feel it. Second step on the pull-ups. Last set of pull-ups. All right, we're going to the standing overhead presses. And if it's not obvious, I will point out again. We pushed on the bench press, we pulled on the rows and the pull-ups, and now we're gonna push again with our overhead press. Not starting super heavy. Just grab 25ers to make it 50 pounds in total. By using dumbbells, both arms obviously have to perform equally. Let's keep symmetry and control the weight. Oh yeah. All right, second set. Let's go up to 30s. One more set. We're going to try to go a little heavy here, 40 pounders. Try to get 5 to 10 good reps. Putting DMX back on. All right, let's go. Come on, 40s. All right. Just did a push. Gonna superset it. What's up, Spooky? We're going back to our chest from our shoulders. Whew, I'm winded. Step forward, straight forward, turning the hands at the flex point, but don't quite clap. Come on. Step back. Straight down. Same with the hands. Turning, but not quite clapping. To complement it, taking our light band, stepping through, and big wide lap. We're pulling the weight up after just pushing weight out. This lift today, really gonna get your entire trapezoid area. Oh. Fucking working today. Got a little extra juice in me today, a little extra pop, a little fizzle. Doors open. My poor neighbors are trying to do laundry. I'm here yelling at myself. Flamencha, Flamencha. Don't accept, baby boy. Sign it with your blood. Sign it with your blood, baby boy. Come on. What's up, Ben? I'll be honest. Frank has never been better. Frank has been a delight to be with. He's been an incredible friend. He's also just a great colleague because I'm very type A and so is he. So he's always obsessive compulsive on top of his shit. Personally, I'm struggling quite a bit. It's a very, very, very difficult time for me. So I don't like to complain, but I do think it's good to share. And I normally get a lot of positive messages from other people that could be struggling with anything. And when I feel myself in these moments, as I've gotten older, I like to believe I've gotten better at channeling it, channeling my energy, whether it's positive, it's negative, happy, angry, sad, dismayed, whatever. Like a fucking ball, like a bullet. Like when Mel Gibson melts that British soldier in The Patriot and makes it a little fucking bullet. That's what I do. And that's where I am right now. And that's why you're seeing me go a little nut here on the lift. So we're going to grab 20s. Go through our variants. Regular, hammer, reverse. Regular, hammer, reverse, regular, hammer, reverse. I appreciate you asking, Ben. Appreciate you asking. Just got to keep moving. Got to keep moving. Got to stay in motion. Several cycles through our variant curls here. Our arms are already on fire, which makes you less susceptible to cheating and using your shoulder muscles, which means your biceps get even more isolated. So it's great to save your triceps, biceps to the end of a real upper body pump day. And again, not a paid advertisement, simply a friendly recommendation. I'm using Arnold's Pump Club, and it's really helping me actually grow in every possible way. Strength, muscle mass, endurance, and also really grow in my strategic approach to exercise and breaking up my workouts properly. Pivot right into skull crushers. Happy Saturday, everybody. I should check if Frank has texted me. He's coming to my apartment, I think pretty early. I'm listening to I Will Remember You. Gets me in my feels. Woo! How cool is this shirt? It's from 1993. Three-peat. As a Knicks fan, it's pretty blasphemous, but as an NBA fan, it's more than justified. Because for any of you youth that don't know it, this is the greatest team that ever played basketball. The Michael Jordan Chicago Bulls. 60 Celtics won 11 titles in 13 years with Bill Russell. And can't take anything away from them. But just like today's a different game than the 90s, 90s was a different game than then. I think it was 27 teams and then 29 teams through Jordan's 6 titles. To defend your title in 92, in 93, come back for your first full season in 96, defended again in 97, defended again in 98. The reason nobody can really relate to it nowadays is because we haven't seen anything like it. Even with Brady's 7, would he defend the title once? Which is, incredible. I'm absolutely not taking anything away from Tom Brady. But to stay on the mountaintop and not let anyone other than retirement knock you off, I think it's just unheard of. The late 90s Yankees, if they had pulled off the win against the Diamondbacks, they would have been right there because that team had some serious mystique. But they just fizzled out before they could get up into that 6 area. But they had multiple defenses as well. They went 3 in a row, 98, 99, 2000, and damn near 4 in a row. Not to mention they also won in 96. See, I know some ball. I know the 90s. That's what it is. Back when America was great. Woo! Let's do one more set on triceps. I've kind of blacked out and hit flow state, so I don't really know what sets I'm on. But after this, we'll go back into some varying curls with our bands. Shoulders are on fire, traps are on fire, chest is on fire. Yes, 2001 was the year they lost. They won in 96. 97, the Marlins beat the Cleveland Indians in 7 games. 98, I believe 98 was Yankees, I want to say Padres, and they swept them. 99, I think they played the Braves again, kind of a rematch from 2000. Unless it was the Mets. It was either Mets 99, Braves 2000, or vice versa. I think the Mets won 5 games. I think the Braves won 6 games. And in 2001, unbelievable Diamondbacks team with Curt Schilling and Randy Johnson. Insane Game 7. And I think it was Luis Gonzalez who had that little blooper with the Yankees infield in off of Rivera. One of the most shocking moments as a kid. There were 2 things I knew in sports, and that was that the Yankees always figure out a way to win, and that no one could beat Michael Jordan. Jordan held up his end of the bargain. I remember watching that game in 1998 against the Jazz in my parents' room by myself. I think they were away for work or something. I was 9 years old watching that game, and I knew the Bulls were going to win because they never went to Game 7 in the finals. And I was just a kid, so it's like these things were simple to me. I just didn't think there was a chance. And Stockton hit that 3 with, I think, 43 seconds left, maybe. Bulls inbounded it to Jordan, who just goes through the whole defense and hits a really underrated layup on Antonio Carr while kind of falling out of bounds. Go back on offense. Jazz run their predictable set with Karl Malone on the strong side in the post. Stockton delivers it in. Hornacek clears out on the baseline. And then Jordan stayed. Waited 1 second. Stole the ball. And if you want to talk about greatness, everything leading up to that moment was surreal. But even at 9 years old, I knew Jordan had the ball. Bulls were down by 1. 15 seconds left. Remember distinctly Bob Costas saying 15 seconds, or whatever the time was. X seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. And then Jordan made the move, shook off Russell, 6th title. And when he took the ball up the court, the way Phil Jackson never even looked like he was thinking about taking a timeout, that tells you everything. Unreal. All right. I don't have any NBA plays. I basically haven't watched any NBA this year. I got no hate for any of the players, but I have a deep resentment of the league right now and specifically the rules, the way they ref the game, the way they've made it so that mathematically it makes more sense to either shoot right at the hoop or shoot a three-pointer every single possession. It's made the game monotonous. It's made it like music that all sounds the same. That basic kind of chorus that, if you're opening, I don't know musical terms properly, but think of the most basic kind of setup for a pop song where they all sound somewhat similar. It's not that they're bad. They're catchy, easy to listen to, easy to remember. They're all very similar, opposed to like a Jimi Hendrix song where you're getting solos and you're getting, honestly, noises and moves that you just haven't seen before. True creativity, true art. That's how sports should be. I was talking to Mikey Betts about it the other day, and we were in total agreement because I think he's starting to get a little fed up low-key because he's still watching a ton of basketball with the Bulls, whereas I've really been so disillusioned, even with the Knicks playing well. I don't enjoy watching these three-point shootouts. We were saying how with the NFL, the games are still so enjoyable because even though they've cleaned up a lot of like head hunting and some of the dirtier hits and stuff, it's still the brutal game we love. There's still games that can be shootouts. There's still games that can be defensive slugfests. Every game is its own unique expression of football art. Every game is like a snowflake. It's different. No two snowflakes are exactly the same. NBA games feel like they're mass produced. And it's also like the first three quarters don't even matter. It used to drive me nuts when people said that 10 years ago. Now I couldn't agree with them more. And it's a mathematical equation. So think of it this way. If you're down by 20 points or less, you're down by 7 3-pointers or less. So all that you mathematically need to do in the remainder of the game is outpace the other team with 7 more 3-pointers, which a lot of times is simply going to mean more attempts. So what are you going to get at the end of these games? Teams are going to be hot, teams are going to be cold, or they're going to stay somewhere in the middle. But it's all going to be based on the three. So if you complain, you need to propose a solution. Learned that from my old boss, Brett Adcock, the hard way. And the solution is simple. The NBA needs to ref games the way we ref our own pickup games. If I were to call a rinky-dink touch foul every time I brought the ball up or I ran a pick and roll with my buddy and someone, God forbid, jumped in front of the screen and really got up on me, not hacked me, not hit me, but got body to body, chest to chest, real defense. Maybe they can use their forearm like we do in pickup and actually just tiny little hand check. That's the starting solution, is empower defenders to get NBA guys off the three-point line. Thank you, Ethan. Because as long as they have these shots where they can't have any of their movement impeded, literally the rule's called freedom of movement. Why the fuck should they take any other shots or do any creativity? That's why I don't hold it against the players. And I also don't think the players are less skilled. I think they're just trained on different skills that are less enjoyable, again, because they're more monotonous. It's not that they're more difficult, less difficult, just different. So that's my NBA rant. All right, we're going up to 40s. I may have just done 40s. Again, I've blacked out. Arms are totally on fire. I'm really tempted to go for a little jog, but I don't know how bad my ankle really is. Should I feel it out? Maybe I just feel it out, huh? Fuck it. I'll take a quick piss. Oh, I gotta move my laundry over too. And then you know what? I think I'm gonna try to do a little cardio, check on Frank, see if he's on his way. I'll be right back. That's funny when I post that bench press. Thank you, Ethan. Bench press people will believe me. Everyone else will say I'm full of shit. But on my first rep, I have a fantastic spotter. And what he did was he put his hands under my bar just as I was struggling, but didn't apply any weight. And psychologically, it does wonders for you when you're lifting, where it sounds crazy, but you actually feel more confident. Because as you're struggling, you know you have that extra support. Even though you already knew it when you're standing there, those hands are like magic. They make a difference. And I think he didn't expect me to go for 2 reps. I ended up doing 4 of them. But when I post it, everyone's going to be like, and hey, it's just part of the game. It's part of the game. You can't hate the players, you gotta hate the game. All right, ankle. I don't know how it's going to do on a jog, but we're going to try it nonetheless. Just going to find the right song to open with. Go with some Led Zeppelin. Can't really miss with that. Also, shout out to Stu Finer, just because I love him. I love you, Stu. I love you, Stu. I love you, Stu. My ankle does not feel great. can actually hear cracking. I wonder if the super light jog is what it means, or if it's the exact opposite of what it means. We're going to find out with the fun light. Oh, it's really cracking every single impact. Probably is not a good thing. I hope I didn't agree. You guys hear that crack? Crack. I'm just going straight Willis Reed right now. I'm running on a broken ankle. Absolutely no reason other than that ball of energy I was describing. I either go to the gym and let it out, or I go to a Subway and just start yelling at people about etiquette. That's not a joke. I might be the craziest guy in the subways. Probably that's where I'm going to end up dying. I'm going to confront the wrong person. With people walking up the stairs the wrong, I told Rowan this once. Rowan was cracking up. When I go into a subway to commute, especially commuting during commuting hours, it's the highest risk time of my life because I can't help myself. So everything from if it's raining and you have an umbrella that you're not lifting up properly, to you're staring at your phone and not moving, to whether it's the entrance or the exit stairs of a subway station, going up or down the wrong way, to getting on the subway before you let people off the subway, to getting on the subway with a backpack and keeping the backpack on, consequently taking up more space than necessary and impeding on other people's space. 2, people on their phones, speaking loudly, letting things on speakerphone, like Frank, like a lunatic. 2, young guys not getting their fucking asses up for older ladies to sit down. All ladies is great, but specifically older ladies, older gentlemen, people with walkers or canes. Get up, let them sit. And I want to be clear, it's not a list of pet peeves. This is a list of confrontations that I get into. I would say on more than 50% of my commutes. And Frank and I take the subway from my apartment back to the office 3 days a week when we live. And I normally yell at him 1 or 2 times. But his etiquette is slowly getting better. Funniest thing about Frank on subways, he's calmed down, but back when he was really heavy, you can imagine he took the 7 train to Mets games, and his worst nightmare, which would happen once in a while, was when the train was super crowded and he didn't get a seat because he was so big and not used to being on his feet. It would quite literally be a daunting, exhausting prospect. So he has this muscle memory of when subway doors open. There's a funny Seinfeld episode where Kramer was trying to get a seat on the subway. And you see all the New Yorkers kind of scurrying to the seats, and he keeps getting pushed off each one until he eventually finds one. Frank is literally not Kramer, he's the other people. When he gets on a subway, he's like a fullback. He's like George Costanza when there's the fire at the birthday party, knocks the old lady over. Get out of my way. That's Frank looking for a subway seat. And I told him last time he sat down, I was like, brother, if you can't get a seat, you're fine. We walked 3 miles here. You can stand on a subway and hold the thing for 4 stops, you maniac. Kind of laughed. Realized I was right. All right, the ankle's loosened up a bit. I think this probably wasn't a bad idea. Ethan, sorry to be a pain in the ass. On the bench clip, when I do the 225, right afterward, when I ask him, did you help at all? Did you keep in the clip his confirmation? I'm going to need that confirmation for the trolls. I also wonder if I could do 225 pretty comfortably like that. If I completely rested, stretched. I could even talk to Arnold's people. What's the best 3 to 4 day preface to a bench press max? In fact, I'm going to do that. I'm going to talk to my guy Catch. Also, for anyone interested in Arnold's Pump Club, they do these really cool community Zooms on, I think, several nights throughout the month. They had one last night at 7 that Frank and I joined. And it was really great because Arnold's top people were there, along with a bunch of professional, not just weightlifting coaches, not just like, jacked specimens, so to speak, but also people that are really good with the psychology of transformative physical movement. And one thing that one of the guys emphasized for Frank was how he deserves a lot of credit, and a lot of the physical challenges that people don't know about or will never understand because they haven't experienced it, is how difficult it is for your body to adjust on a consummate level across all of its functions after going through such a drastic change. When you weigh over 500 pounds at Frank's dimensions, imagine the amount of work your joints are putting in just to maintain that body weight and the pressure on the organs and all that stuff. It completely shifts. So it's obviously positive, life-saving positive, but at the same time you have to be careful. And one thing he commended Frank on was every once in a blue moon, we record him doing a little scoop for fun. But you notice I don't have him doing runs regularly or anything. Because if he did that, let's say once a day, he really hurt himself. Because he's still a big guy, and those joints are not used to getting that sort of impact. Instead, and it was great to hear the coach say this because we've been doing it this way for 30 years. Walking long distances is the exact correct way when you're going through a transformation like that, because you can continuously build up your endurance, you can continuously improve your form, and yes, form matters, even with walking, it matters everything in life. And while you improve on all these things, your cardiovascular, just everything, it's very low impact. Even as you speed up your walk, it's not like we're bouncing around like elks when we walk. So it's just a step. It's not a bounce like we're doing right now. And that's where, if you're just getting started exercising, forget about the physical part. The first win you need to make is mental, which is what Kobe Bryant used to always talk about, which was, and I used to think it was hyperbole, but I really believe in it and live by it now. It's having a contract with yourself. And when you agree you're going to do something, you need to hold yourself accountable. Bloody hell. What's up, Adam? I'm live on the internet. Good, how you doing? You sound like you're on drugs. Are you okay? You sound like you're on drugs. Are you okay? Where are you? Oh, thanks for calling. It's good to hear your voice. Yeah, everything's going well. I'm doing my live stream workout right now. So everything I say to you is on the run. Everything live. Bench 135 8 times, 185 3 times, 225 4 times, 185 8 times, 135 10 times. I did overhead press. I did rows. I did pull-ups. I did triceps. I did biceps. I think that's everything I've done so far. No, it's not my best performance. I mean, what would Tony Perkins say? What would Tony fucking Perkins say? This is one of my best friends my entire life, guys. This is my buddy Adam. I won't say his last name, but we've been best friends since, what, Adam? What were we in fucking 3rd grade, 4th grade? Something like that. And one of the reasons Adam and I got along so well is when we played pickup basketball, we beat the living shit out of each other. And we wouldn't call fouls like the modern day NBA where you have freedom of movement. If Adam and I played in the NBA right now, we'd get kicked out in the first quarter. Adam. One jump shot, that would be it. Now, let me be clear, Adam and I don't shoot jump shots. We would be the 2 point guards under the hoop before the centers going to war. And I miss playing ball with you. How are the kids? Yeah? You sound happy, dude. It's nice to hear your voice like this. You kind of sound like a team. All right, well. That's what the best friends do. They call for no reason at all. It's my guy, Adam. He is a year older than me. And in high school, both of our brothers were seniors. So when they were the same age. So when they were seniors, Adam was a sophomore and I was a freshman. And our older brothers, really nice guys, successful guys. Back in high school, they weren't necessarily in with the cool crew. Whereas I was friends with essentially Tony Soprano, Silvio Dante, Christopher Montesante. I was friends with the bad boys, and we knew everybody. So when senior year came around, poor Adam, his older brother banned him from going to any parties. But my brother didn't ban me because my friends would get them into a lot of parties. It was a pretty funny system. Speed up a little here. We're going to get to 2 miles. Ankle's feeling a lot better. I'm glad I did this. Hopefully it doesn't blow up in my face. But sometimes when you're a little nicked up, leaning into it can be helpful so you don't let it mentally take over and linger longer than it should. Thanks, Ethan. Did you get the confirmation? I'll check. No worries. If you could return. Honey, so did you. Crazy. But I was wrong. I was wrong. Oh, it feels good to run again. Ankle hurts a tiny bit, but I really don't think this is making it worse. I think this is helping. It's a basketball player thing. Sprained ankles. The sooner you can move on it, the better. You don't want it to swell up too much and incapacitate you. And I'm not a doctor. But I go by the Coach Prince mentality of excuses are like assholes. Everyone's got one and they all stink. Not planning on doing a 2-mile jog. But here we are back in flow state. Good God, the arms are pumped. They don't pump up. Frankie's coming to pump today. Where are you, Frankie? It's almost 10. We're probably walking in the Arctic with winter weather. Got one lap left. It's 2 miles. Do a minor uphill march. Probably about 3 minutes. I'll go to steeping class. See how the ankle feels on that as well. We get some extra glute work, as well as twists to work the obliques, the abdominal, lower back, even engage the arms and pecs. Let's go. Does nobody exercise anymore? What is going on around here? Fucking crazy. I'm so worried about January being all crowded. How wrong I was. I guess everyone's just giving up. It's more for the Lions. And nothing else matters. Come on. And nothing else matters. Never cared for what they know. Oh, the endorphins from running, guys. As the great Angela Martin said, catch a runner's time. I freaked Angela out so much she never ran again. So, if you're wondering how good of a high it is, it should tell you everything you need to know. Angela Martin handled it. Shout out, Angela. And nothing else matters. And nothing else matters. Look at all them people. What's up, guys? I've been saying crazy shit all day, too. Welcome to the live stream. I do this every day. I got no sponsor. I'm not training for anything particularly. I'm here for the love of the game. get no more real than this, boy. Don't get no more real. Gator don't play no shit. Gator don't play. Hey, Mike. I was born in a small town. And I can live in a small town. Look down in a small town. All in small communities. All my friends was in a small town. My parents live in the same small town. My job is in a small town. Provides a little opportunity. Hey! Educated here in a small town. Taught to bear Jesus in a small town. Used to daydream in that small town. Another born romantic, that's me. I've seen it all in a small town. Took a ball in a small town. Married a girl brought to this small town. A small town, just like me. Though I cannot forget from where it is that I've come from, I will not forget the people who love me. And I can be myself there in this small town. And people let me be just what I want to be. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're over 2.5 miles now. Just in flow state. It's the big town. Yes, it's even though say what comes in the big town. My job is in a small town. Oh, it's good enough for me. I was born in a small town, and I can breathe in a small town. Gonna die in a small town. Oh, it's good, well, bury me. Hey! Ooh, yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Got one lap from the 5K. Nice little surprise, considering we were going to just feel out the ankle. Ended up getting a proper little run. Now, because the run slightly, I would say, de-pumps me, I am going to do a little mini pump, bonus pump, once I get off the shred. Less than a lap. Work, boy. Work, boy. Work, boy. Come on. What do you got? You soft, James. You soft, boy. My computer might die before I'm done exercising. There was one morning, I don't know if anybody would remember it, but that happened. So I didn't charge overnight or something. So I realized early in the workout, and I ran upstairs, I plugged my computer and so it was charging while I was live streaming. And once I started to get a pump, I went to switch exercises, so I grabbed my computer to change angles and yanked it. The charger broke immediately. Oh, that was a stressful one. I think the day I decided I would never only have one charger in my house. Never again. Which probably seems obvious, but when you live alone, these things take time. All right, did a little bit more than a 5K. Tested out the right ankle, it feels pretty good. And we're going to go right into our uphill march. Meaning we're going to a 10 incline to start. All right. Turning back to our twists, no pun intended. Always incredibly effective when you're walking uphill, especially after doing the 5K, the major pump we got in before the run. Got a minute, 40 seconds left on the treadmill. Although we've been going for almost $140, so we'll wrap it up pretty soon. This is basically equivalent to 3 or 4 good workouts, but instead one elite workout. $120 left. Have to be. Let's get it. 45 seconds left on the treadmill. It was supposed to be a very light jog, turned into a 5K plus uphill march on top of our entire pump before, which included NFL Combine weight on bench press. Hoorah! 20 seconds. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Basta, 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 basta. All right. Great cardio today. Oh yeah, I still feel it in my chest. Yeah. I've actually worked out long enough that I did a full cycle, the wash and the dry. So I will go back up, having done a crazy ass workout and a full batch of laundry. A Walter White level of purity on my laundry game. My laundry game is Heisenberg. I took over laundry. Oh, how you doing, buddy?
How are you?
Sorry I didn't see you there. Just scared the shit out of my neighbor.
Oh, no,
I'm about to wrap up too. Just so you know.
don't worry.
If you want to try, no, just watch it now. All right.
All right, computers on the fritz. We're going to wrap it up. Great workout today, guys. Love you all. See Frank on stream today, and we're going to get a pump. Have a great Saturday.